Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the IceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Wurundjeri and Woiwurrung traditional land for the IceHQ Pro League Round 6. The Reservoir Dogs tonight meet the Moat Inferno. I'm Carl Brewer, and joining me tonight is Anton Goss and Sean Figures. This is Round 6 of 9. It's the end of the middle. If you want to get your old British Prime Minister's jargons happening, the Dogs sit on top of the ladder with +8 goals for and against. The Inferno, by comparison, are on the bottom of the ladder with -5. It's still possible for the Dogs to finish on the bottom and the Inferno to finish on top. Unless the Dogs win tonight, then that will all change. Gossy, Figures, what's going to happen tonight?
Well, I think we're about to watch a hockey game between two great female teams
Thank
here
you for your beautiful insight.
at Reservoir IceHQ here in Melbourne. But I think we're in for a really big match. We got on the right side here in the black unis, the Reservoir Dogs. They're the league's top scoring team, and they haven't been beat yet. They've scored 13 goals so far in 3 games, led by their all-star forward, Danielle Butler, who's up to 10 points already in just 3 games. And they're going to be going up against a team that's had a little bit of trouble putting the puck in the back of the net with the Inferno, who have only actually been able to put 7 goals in the net so far in the 3 games they've played. And of those 7, 3 of them have come from their leading scorer, Christina Julian, who put the team on her back last week to win the game. What are your thoughts, Figures?
I think it's going to be a battle of the defense tonight. We've seen that Inferno, they actually have a really good, strong back line. And especially considering that, you know, the front, maybe they haven't been scoring as much as the other teams. I think that's going to be their main thing. I'd like to see some defenders taking a shot.
Well, Figures, I'm going to pull you up on that and give you some numbers to think about. Last time these two teams played, the Dogs won 6-2, including 5 points and 4 goals by Danielle Butler. The Inferno's problem is not their ability to score. It's their ability to stop people scoring against them. If you watch them, they have been exposed a lot in defence. They've had a lot of goals scored against them. That's what they really need to tidy up. They've got a couple of good defensive players, but they've also leaked like a sieve on occasions, and they need to get that sorted out a lot. They've lost composure later on through the game. So it's been their depth that's got them in trouble, I think. Anyway, but
I think we did see. With that said, we saw a different Inferno team last time they came out. They went up against the Snipers, and they came out to an early lead in the first period. But as we know, those Snipers, the comeback queens, as we're starting to call them, they fought back, were able to tie the game. But we saw that extra bit of effort. The Inferno did not lay down, and it was Christina Julian who picked up the puck, turned on the jets, went down and put the puck past Michaela Pearce to win it late in the third.
She had it all turbocharged in the way she went. The Dogs, one thing that they've let them down a little bit, but they've been lucky to get away with, is they've spent a lot of time in the penalty box. They give away some silly ones. Last time these two teams, the Dogs sat for 12 minutes in the kennel. Now, you just can't afford to do that over and over again, and the Inferno will take advantage of it if they can. But the Inferno have been exposed with depth on a number of occasions. They've had a few key players missing, but it looks like they've got a lot of their stars here this evening, which is looking pretty good for them. Championships, as you say, won by defence, and you're absolutely right there, Figures, that they knew that defence is where games are won and lost. If they keep the scores, if the Inferno can keep Tara Baker and Danielle Baker from combining, Tara Baker and Danielle Butler from combining, they're in with a real chance. Bron Cashin for the Inferno has been impressing in centre as he's been developing up through that. And we believe the goalkeepers tonight for the Dogs, Jade Ranatunga, tonight with a save percentage so far, report 875. And who have we got for the Inferno?
It's going to be, from the looks of it, it will be Carson who will be playing in the net. Just based on the warm-ups, we haven't seen exactly who will be out in the net. But either way, both these goaltenders out on the ice today are looking for another win. I'm just very excited to see how much longer these Dogs teams can stay on top.
Well, I'm watching something very interesting here, just in the way the game's starting out. So the Dogs are out on the ice already and lined up, and that's already putting pressure on the Inferno to get on the ice and get organised. And it's a good strategy. Keep them on the back foot even before the puck drops. It's a little bit of psychological warfare there from the Dogs, saying, you know what, we own this rink, and we're going to make you feel unwelcome.
Well, and here we are, and funnily you talk about Bronwyn Cashin and her center strength. She's starting on the wing tonight, lining up there against the captain of the Dogs, Steph Cochran, as Danielle Butler will go through the middle there against, from the looks of it, Christina Julian. So big game, puck's ready to drop. It's in the hand of CM Pereira, and it looks like we will be underway momentarily, fellas. And there we go, and it's Danielle Butler with the face-off win. Goes over to Cochran. She bounces that up off the wall to the leading scorer there for the Pacific League, or it's the Pro League. Here's Cochran. She has it as she crosses over the blue line. It's Dutton now for the Inferno. Passes it up, and now here's a break. It's Mahoney, who's picked up in the midseason draft. She has it. Wines takes a pass across and just misses the stick there at Julian, as that was a near certain goal.
An excellent scoring opportunity for the Dogs. Not quite there. Inferno just missing out on that. They'll rue that one later. That was a golden scoring opportunity.
So here come the Dogs, and it's Danielle Butler, 10 points so far on the season. She takes it wide. Nice stick lift there momentarily by Dutton. The puck comes out in front, and it's loose, but only as far as the point. It's Poulin now, takes a shot. Great block there by the Inferno, Yo-Yo Meisner, as the puck goes down the other way and allows both teams to change.
I think Yo-Yo might have caught that one just on an ankle. She was a little bit tired as she came off the ice there. We'll see if that has an impact on her throughout the game. She's a tough kid.
So Nia Gallagher, a little foray in the offensive zone as she challenges her own rebound in the corner. Comes out to Sharna Godfrey. Backhand in front. Simone Leach on the doorstep, but couldn't get wood on that one. And now it's out the other way. It's Poppy Kelly and Britt Mendham battling. And the small Poppy Kelly gets out, and she'll go down and chase that puck deep in the corner. Nia Gallagher rims that up, looking for Simone Leach, but that comes out only momentarily. Britt Mendham now dumps that in, and she'll peel off for a change. It's Amelia Stringer here for the Inferno. She's just going to try to backhand it. Nice little fake pass. Sends it up onto the half wall for Poppy Kelly, number 38 for the Inferno, looking to center it there, but intercepted by the young Briar Johnson. Puck in the Dog zone now. Just battling there. Up forward is Norel Owen. But first two will be Nelson. Nelson over to Gallagher. Gallagher up onto the half wall for the Dogs, and they'll try to get out. But a nice stick lift there by Kelly just keeps the puck in. But eventually Sharna Godfrey will not get it out. So the Inferno, some good pressure here. Dogs not able to get it out, but they will now by the young Briar Johnson with a great backhand pass over to Paige Cameron. Here she goes, leading penalty person, if that's what you would call it.
She has the most minutes, yes, absolutely.
The biggest goon on the ice. But it comes back here for Poulin. Poulin in the corner here now. She's got it on her forehand, takes it behind the net. Looking, waiting. She's got the defender. She'll take it herself. Nice little shot and a kick save by Carson. But picked up here again by Poulin. Wines takes another shot. Bounce into the slot on the backhand. Puck still loose, and the Inferno will get it out through Troon.
That was a bit of danger territory there. Lots of pressure on the Inferno goaltender.
What we're seeing is sustained pressure there by the Dogs in attack and just taking advantage of superior speed against that third line of the Inferno. They can just pile the pressure on more and more and more. And the Inferno, that's where they get exposed a little bit in defence. They're just not quite as quick as the Dogs forwards. And the Dogs forwards are exposing there with sustained pressure and a couple of really good opportunities to score.
So here we are, face-off one momentarily there by the Inferno. Mahoney battles on there and getting support by Shelly Clarkson. But first back is Tara Baker. She chips it up. Dutton's there, though, for the Inferno. Looks to make a pass back up to Clarkson, but intercepted by Poulin. Poulin comes in, takes it around to the forehand. She tries to walk around Dutton, but Dutton stays with her. And with a nice stick, gets that out into the corner. Troon now will pin Poulin into the corner, but Steph Cochran battles hard on Mahoney. Mahoney, though, with the poise, not to get past Danielle Butler, though. Butler with it on the half wall, being chased there as Rama fell down. And now it's a 2-on-1. Here come the Inferno, but Danielle Butler with the great back check, able to win that puck as it squirts out into the corner. With it now is Mahoney here for the Inferno, takes it around the net, winds in front, looks for a pass into the front, but that's shot back there into the corner. Yates with it. Danielle Butler now stick handles it over to the corner. She's got Baker and finds her tape to tape. What a pass. So here's Baker coming down on her off wing, over to the backhand, cuts in front, takes a shot, and a great save there by Janelle Carson.
Baker with speed there, just able to turn around and get inside the defensive player, who looked like she was in good position there, was Christine Dutton, but she was outskated quite convincingly, and the Dogs forwards got around her quite comfortably. Yo-Yo Meisner showing no impact, no influence from that puck hitting her on the ankle earlier, which is good to see.
And that was Baker and Rama battling in the corner, and Rama fell down on the puck, so we'll have a face-off here to the left of Janelle Carson.
So Rama's family are all here. They're watching her tonight over in the corner. A big shout out there to Big Dave Rama, who's a bit of a legend of Victorian and Australian ice hockey.
So here's Gallagher. Nice play just to get on the wall over there for Godfrey. Godfrey used her body to shield the puck. Nice move. Brings it into the slot, but a good back check and a great stick check there by Vanderwolf as the Inferno now will go down the other way with Poppy Kelly.
And Kelly just being robbed there of the puck by Neve Gallagher. Neve, one of the real emerging talents of women's ice hockey here in Australia. She's done a great job so far throughout this series.
So a battle there in the corner. It's beneath some skates. There's 4 players there, but with it now will be the Inferno, as that was Narelle Owen looking to get it on the point, but a great play by Godfrey. She's skating back hard on Assendelf. And the puck now squirts out there for Parrington. And Dogs have it, though. It's Godfrey trying the toe drag. Parrington wins it back, and she's got Kelly. She'll pass it up to Kelly. It's now 3-on-2. Parrington at the back gets it over to Narelle Owen. Poppy Kelly gone straight to the net, but it'll be Yates that will win out on that battle, and the Dogs will live to see another day.
Dogs back there in numbers and just filling up that gap fairly quickly. The Inferno not quite getting themselves caught offside.
Paige Cameron will dump the puck down, and no chase so far for the Dogs, but it will be Chris Dutton who will skate it out here for the Inferno. She's being chased by Fitzpatrick. Dutton will just send it deep and go chase her own rebound there. Poulin collects it though and curls to bring it onto her forehand, rips it up on the half wall, and that just misses and goes down the rest of the way, but icing waved off. So Paige Cameron will chase hard there on the Inferno defender, but she's able to get it over to Troon. Troon will reverse it, but only intercepted there by Cameron. She's got it in the corner. She's got Poulin running, gets the skate, but a great stick there by Bedell, but only momentarily. It's now still with Poulin. Poulin winds, waits. She's being watched. She'll take it behind the net. She still has it. Curls away from the defender. She's got her teammate there calling for it in Fitzpatrick, but will send it back to the far point, and that will squirt out as Nelson wasn't able to collect. Nelson looking to go D to D, finds Cameron. Cameron sends it up on the half wall, and here comes the young Briar Johnson for the Dogs. She's in on Dutton, takes a little shot, bounces off the blocker there of Carson. Dutton now for the Inferno has it. She'll look for a pass, misses everyone, and that'll go all the way down the rest of the ice, and it will be an icing call and bring it back into the Inferno defensive zone.
Inferno were looking there desperately try and get themselves a change. They've been, again, under a lot of sustained defensive pressure. But because it's an icing call, they are stuck on the ice. This will give the Dogs a short-term significant advantage.
And they're coming out with the big line, the big Dogs. It's Danielle Butler out there with Cochran and Baker. But Danielle Butler won that a little too cleanly as that went back into the neutral zone. Gallagher, though, corrals it, was looking for Baker, and Danielle Butler comes in and lifts the stick of Mahoney. Wines takes a shot and knocks the stick right out of Dutton's hands.
Inferno a little bit lucky to get away with. They got a change, but it was a bit slow, and they were caught short-handed for a little while in defence there, but Dogs not quite able to take advantage of that.
Great pinch by Gallagher, but the puck does eventually get out, and now it's Baker who will just rim it off the glass and go down. First back is Amanda Blondin, as she was being watched by Danielle Butler and had to get rid of it. Puck nice dropped up there, and here comes Mahoney, fresh from out of Canada playing in the Uni League over there. Takes a shot, and that just misses the net. Gallagher now with it. She's battling hard there, can only get it back to the back of the net, and now Cochran will make a nifty little pass there up to the leading point scorer, Danielle Butler. She's in on Stringer. Tried to put it through the legs, but Big Stringer had the answer and was able to make the stop there. Baker for the Dogs has it here, though, on the half wall. Brings it back to the point. A deflection in front. Puck still loose as that bounced off the leg again of Stringer, who stopped 2 great scoring opportunities back-to-back.
Cochran was there in beautiful position to take advantage of that slot across in the slot. And that cheeky little backhand she fired across the net, just kept out by Janelle Carson. Great work there by Carson in goal. Both
teams changing, and it's Dutton trying to get it out, but good pinch by Poulin. It's a nice stick there by Parrington, and the race is on. It's Parrington and Butler. Parrington with the puck, shields it with the shoulder, but Danielle Butler able to knock the puck away and allow her teammate to collect. So here's Sharna Godfrey now, just bounces it off the wall to herself. She uses her speed to separate. Here she comes. She looks to make a move, can't get around Dutton, and it now pops back here to Poppy Kelly. She's got no one with her, so she'll just chip it over there to Parrington. Parrington back. She's being watched by Mendham. She stops up, looked to backhand it into Kelly, but blocked there by Poulin. Kelly picks it up, though. She's got a teammate in front. Puck's there. On the backhand there in the Inferno is Narelle Owen. She gets it back to the point. Shot there by Meisner. Puck's loose over there into the corner. Dogs corral it here. They've got it behind the net. Rims it around, looking for Simone Leach. Leach collects it. Look to chip that into the center, but that's intercepted by Parrington. Godfrey on the backhand. She'll chip that up to Mendham, and Mendham will cross the blue line. Simone Leach for the center lane drive. Mendham takes a shot, but that deflects off Parrington and goes behind the net. Leach has it in front there, looking for Godfrey, but bounces off her stick, and Poppy Kelly will get a chance to go the other way. She rims that over to Troon. Troon watched there by Marion. Troon and Marion battling in the corner, but Troon's all by herself with 4 dogs. Great job there to pin it in. Pullen looks to rim it around. Kept in there by Asendorf. Asendorf shoots, and a diving poke check there by Jade Ranatunga gets it out to Mendham. So Leach and Mendham here 2-on-2. Mendham has it, takes a little shot, and just goes into the corner, but she'll get there first for her own rebound.
Leach has been out in the ice now for a very long time. She'll be looking for a change. She's been out for a good minute and a half.
So Cameron walks out of the corner, takes the shot, but deflects off the stick there of Bedell. The Inferno's Troon now will chip that out of the zone, as she will be looking for a change soon, no doubt. Paige Cameron in on Stringer, takes it wide, still with it, with a sharp handle shot there, but wasn't able to hit the net. Briar Johnson collects it though, chips it in front. Paige Cameron looking to get there, but just couldn't get a stick on it as she was trying to get through Stringer. Briar Johnson, the young Canadian, now battling with Stringer there. She comes out, backhands it in front. Puck's loose. Where is it? It's still in the slot. The Inferno get it out, and it's Bronwyn Cashin now who will get that out of the blue line. She chips that over to Mahoney. Mahoney on Gallagher. Gallagher pinches but can't get the puck out as Cashin will rim it around.
Cashin just looking a little bit uncomfortable there playing wing. She seems to really appreciate centre. We're just a little bit sluggish with her positioning in wing.
So here the Inferno now chip it up. It's Mahoney who just touched on to get on side, but a heavy touch allows Gallagher to clear that. But only as far as Dutton, who will have it in the own zone there for the Inferno. She takes it behind the net, winds, looks for that stretch pass off the stick of Mahoney, and collected there by Fitzpatrick.
With just over 6 minutes to play, we are 0-all. The Reservoir Dogs with 6 shots to the Inferno's 2 so far in this game. And the Dogs have been dominating most of the play.
Dogs lacking a little bit of their killer instinct. They've had plenty of the puck, but haven't really had any grade A scoring opportunities. Here they come, though. It's Pullen. She's just going to lift one and bounce it high into the zone, and Janelle Carson will cover that up as Baker was coming in on the net.
And we're going to see a defensive zone face-off now for the Inferno, which is a great attacking opportunity if they can get their wingers moving up quickly. We've seen many a goal scored from these defensive zone face-offs. Let's see what the Dogs' defence do if they creep in high and give that opportunity to get behind them, or maybe convert it into a goal. Who knows? Parrington
loses the face-off there, and it's collected by Cochran. She's got Baker there, but Cochran walks out in front, takes a shot. That deflects off the netting. Butler, though, comes around, has all the time and space, and she pots in her 9th of the season, 11th point, leading the the Pro Hockey League.
Get there eventually,
here. Well done, Danielle Butler, as she puts the team up 1-0.
She is an almost unstoppable force, Danielle, when she gets that puck in that close in net. The Dogs have made a number of excellent scoring opportunities, Gossie, and I think just that extra speed they've got. They're a bit bigger, they're a bit faster, or their fast players are big and their big players are fast, which is a little bit in contrast to what the Inferno is bringing to the table at the moment. The Inferno will need to heat it up if they're to be a chance in this game.
So here we are in the Pro Hockey League here at IceHQ. It's the Dogs up 1-0 as they look to keep their undefeated season going. And it's Cochran here, the captain, who gets it, chips it back to Butler, the recent goal scorer, the all-star. She takes a shot. Great save there by Carson, and she covers up as she knows how dangerous those 3 women can be up front.
Carson under a lot of pressure now. That's 8 shots on her in this period to just the 2 from the Inferno. A couple of those Inferno shots were pretty good scoring opportunities. That one they had early on where they had a loose player right in the slot who couldn't convert it. They're going to pay for that. They'll rue that miss.
Puck's back here. It's Gallagher who looked to get that deep, but that was collected by Clarkson. Gallagher, though, gets it to Godfrey. Nice move to keep it around Dutton as she moved it into the corner. Godfrey walks out of the corner, just loses it momentarily, collects it again. She's in the high slot, takes a shot, but shoots that wide over the net. That would be 3 points if you're playing rugby.
So
here's Godfrey. Puts it in front. Simone Leach scores from the slot. That's her office. Simone Leach gets the 2nd of the game here for the Dogs and her 3rd goal of the Pro Hockey League season.
So Leach coming back. She had an injured knee, which took her out for a couple of rounds, but she's come back in good force, and she's got a great shot. If you give her space and a puck in close, 9 times out of 10, it's going to go in the back of the twine. She's a player that you cannot afford to give space in front of the net. She's very strong, and she's got a great shot on her. And we just saw it.
So here we are, face-off won there by the Inferno, but Godfrey picks up the puck. She's got it, takes a shot, saved there by Carson, but a mishandle there by Dutton was saved by Yo-Yo Meisner, who was able to collect it. Mahoney, though, looks to go the other way. She'll get to that puck first. Nice little stutter step to create some space for herself. Takes it down to the backhand, into the corner. Still with it, though, Mahoney. Puck on a string at the moment, but Gallagher eventually able to find a teammate and get that away from the young Inferno star.
I've got to say, Gossi, I'm liking this combination the Docs are running with Godfrey and Leach on the ice at the same time. Godfrey's that great playmaker, and Leach is great when she gets in position, and the two are starting to combine very well.
Just speaking of Leach, she just jumped off the bench pretty gingerly there, so after she was struggling to get back to her feet, so keep an eye on her.
Thanks for that, Figures. So here we are, Dogs in their own zone. Mendham had probably more time and space than she needed, but she wanted to change. And here comes Lucy Parrington now. She sends that over for a teammate to dump in there, looking for a favorable bounce. Parrington with it, takes a shot, but Jade Ranatunga blocking the side there and sealing up any space short side.
She did a great job there, just sealing up that post, making sure that that loose player, it was coming and shot from a poor angle, and in the end it makes the goalie's job fairly routine.
So here we are with a face-off win. The Dogs have it in their own zone. It's pulling, just chipping that up there for Fitzpatrick, but stolen there by the Inferno only momentarily. It's Parrington now battling in the corner. She's got it on her backhand, brings it over to the forehand, looks for a pass out front, but blocked there by Fitzpatrick for the Dogs as she keeps that away from Norelle Owen. Intercepted though, Owen takes a shot. Where's the puck? It's in the back behind the net there.
Ranatunga lost sight of that one. She wasn't quite sure where the puck had gone, but fortunately it had deflected behind her and behind the net.
Pulling great skating from defense. She's going end to end, but she walks into the big wall there of Amanda Blondin. Norelle Owen has the puck, chips it off the wall, but kept in there by Yates. Yates was looking down there for Fitzpatrick, but the puck goes behind the net, and it's Blondin now being watched there by Briar Johnson. The puck will squirt out down the ice, but not turbocharged enough. And Yates able to keep that, and she's got time and space as the Inferno are changing. Decides to take it out herself. Some long strides. She has it. Winds. Looks to keep it away from Dutton, but the nice active stick pokes out into the corner. Puck's out in front, though. Here it is, Fitzpatrick. Not able to get a shot off. It's probably one too many stick handles there in the slot.
And that winds up the first period. It was pretty frantic action, but it was mostly dominated by the Dogs' goals to Butler with Cochrane and Leach with Mendham and Shana Godfrey setting that one up. That combination of Simone Leach, Britt Mendham and Shana Godfrey is looking pretty strong as a second line for the Dogs, and I've got to say they have dominated the game so far. Shots on the net, 2 to the Inferno, 10 to the Reservoir Dogs, outshooting them 5-1. And that will kind of feels a little bit like the floodgates are just starting to open. What we're seeing is sustained pressure and speed and size from the Dogs, whereas Inferno have got speed in the little ones and size, but not so much speed in the big ones. And that's what's kind of getting them a little bit exposed as the Dogs making moves and beating those individual players in one-off battles. And I think we're going to see that really open up in the second, unless the Inferno can do something really to shut it down. What do you reckon, Figures?
Yeah, I was really impressed with how the Inferno came out of the gate, but unfortunately their strength and their getting it into their offensive zone just waned as the period went on. I did want to flag just quickly a couple of really great shifts from Lucy Parrington there, who's just been going really hard on the puck, really straightforward hockey, really dogged around the pardon the pun, around the boards. But I mean, you can't argue that the quick play in front of the net for the Reservoir Dogs has just been absolutely fantastic.
Well,
They've got two scrappy goals.
When they've had Leach in there, Leach, we know that she's very strong, and we know that she can shoot from almost anywhere within sort of 10 or 15 metres of the net and turn it into a grade A scoring opportunity. And that's something that the Inferno will need to shut down. They can't afford to let her sit unmarked in the slot without someone lifting her stick up off the ice so she can't get that shot away. You've really got to be attentive to that. But then again, when the Dogs have got her out on the ice, they've got Godfrey too, and she's a bit of a legend of Australian ice hockey, and she can shoot from anywhere as well. So you can't defend on everything, and I guess that's one of the things. The Dogs have got so much depth It's like the boys team that we had over summer. The Dogs just have line after line after line of relentless attack. They did a great job in the draft, and they made an interesting choice in the mid-season draft just to pick up the one player, which was Amelia Griganis, and they didn't pick up anyone else. They figured they got it right. And I got to say, guys, I reckon they're right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing, too, to remember, you talked about the ability of the Inferno to be able to get the puck from one side to the other. I mentioned on the top of the stream today that the Inferno have 7 goals so far this season. Well, I can tell you right now, 6 of those goals are not in the lineup today, right? They're missing Christina Julian, they're missing Christelle Vanderwolf, and they're missing their captain, Georgia Carson. So those are 3 big players.
You can't give those players away and expect to come up against a Dogs team which is pretty much full strength and is really starting to combine incredibly well.
Now, with that said,
the Inferno up against it.
Yeah, with that said, I am liking this mid-season draft pickup though. Mahoney's had some opportunities going up there, and I think with Meisner there supporting. They still are in a chance. It's still only a 2-goal game here.
That's true.
2-0. I mean, no one's been able to beat.
2 goals is the danger margin, isn't it? It feels like a lead, but it's not enough.
Worst lead in hockey.
Yeah, absolutely.
4-1. 4-1.
Oh, you a Maple Leafs fan, are you?
Oh, man.
Who doesn't love Boston?
Yeah, here we go. So Danielle Butler makes a move, takes it across, takes a shot, but a great stick there by Dutton as she's had an active stick all game, blocking some chances. Cochran, though, chips it back to Butler. Butler looking in front to Cochran, but Carson covers up as she'll be trying as often as possible to freeze that puck and get this big line off the ice.
I just wanted to flag a defender that I haven't really seen before is number 12, Kirsty Hakala-Assenfeld. Doing a really great job in defense tonight, alternating lines with Christine Dutton.
And here's Butler with a shot.
Yeah, and I'm just very impressed with her playmaking so far.
There we go. Well, she's been definitely up against it, often seeing time against this all-star Dogs line. But here's the young superstar Mahoney coming in for the Inferno. Cashin picks it up on the blue line. She'll wind with a shot. Mahoney stops it. It's loose there in the slot, but the first one to it was a dog, and they sent that down the other way.
Unfortunately, didn't catch the number of the Dogs defender there, but I think it might have been Marnie Paul.
Into the chest of Janelle Carson.
That was Marion there making that challenge up high for the Dogs in defence. A little bit lucky to get away with it, but she did have Niamh Gallagher backing her up. And if you've got her on the ice with you, that you're pretty safe. She's got a very good success rate, young Niamh Gallagher in defence. I don't think we've seen a better defender here yet, with possibly the exception of Beau Defoe.
So here we are. Pass coming up. It's Simone Leach. And for those of you that know, B actually wants to be called Biebs Defoe because she's a big Justin Bieber fan. So here we go. Puck comes back. It's
at least no one's a Swiftie, yeah?
There we go. Huge Swiftie sitting right here. But we got Simone Leach intercepted there by Kelly, though. She's going to look to get around Gallagher, but Gallagher's watching. Nice little poke check, but a great pass. Parrington with the one-timer. And that rides up the stick of Ranatunga as the Inferno get a great opportunity.
I think Leach might have been a bit tired. She's done 2 very risky cross-ice passes out of D, and both of them have been intercepted. It's an incredibly risky play to make, and she got away with it there twice. But I dare say her coach should be having a chat to her about that, saying, you know what, in that situation, do not pass cross ice on this. You're absolutely sure it's going.
So face-off won again by the Dogs. It's behind the net with Pullen as she chips that over to Paige Cameron. Briar Johnson's going through the middle, and Fitzpatrick on the other side. Johnson will get it, but only gets it back there to the defender of Hakala Assendelf.
Yeah, one might have hit a linesman there, Gossie.
Blondin has the puck now, though, here on the far side. Chips it up. Yates collects it. Being watched by 2 Inferno players. And here we go. It's Yo-Yo Meisner chasing in deep there on Poulin. But she'll take it to the forehand strong side. Chip it up there to Paige Cameron. Collected again by Poulin, and she uses the Jets. She's going the other way. She's one-on-one. Nice little move. In alone. Takes a shot and rings it off the post. Paige Cameron collects the rebound, though. It goes behind the net. Looking in front for a teammate. Dodges one, gets it back, point. Fitzpatrick takes a shot, and that rides off the pad and into the glove of Janelle Carson as Pullen came close.
It was another fantastic opportunity. You see her step past the D. You might be able to see it here in the rebound. She's just in the replay. She's just gone cut inside the D with it. Let that position go away of that cut inside the ice. fundamental defensive error. You just can't afford to let a forward cut inside you like that, but it was a beautiful job there by the Dogs to make it happen.
Pullin is having one hell of a game so far tonight, but here comes Mahoney, who's been the bright spark so far for an Inferno that are yet to score. Mahoney twisting and turning in the corner, looks to chip it in front, but nobody was in the slot. A pinching Dutton there as Butler slipped and nearly took out the Inferno defender. Bounces over the stick of Cochran, but she turns on the Jets. Nice move to corral the puck, takes a shot and just goes wide as there was daylight there on the far side. Gallagher has it. She chips it down behind the net there. In the corner, it's Cochran. Nice little move to keep away from Meisner, but Meisner ends up winning that puck. Cochran chips it back there for Baker, but Dutton comes in to clean up the mess as she then goes tape to tape up to Mahoney. It's 2-on-2. Mahoney, she's got Bronwyn, Cashin going in front of the net. Mahoney not able to find her, though, but a nice pinch there by Kelly, but she misses the net.
Cashin had a lot of space there, just not quite able to receive the pass, and perhaps not looking for it as fast as they needed to. But Bron was in beautiful position there in high slot, totally unmarked for a good 5 seconds or so.
So Nelson rims it up. It's Baker who has it. She's got her teammate and leading scorer Danielle Butler goes through the legs in, takes a shot, and she goes top shelf for her second of the game and first one to 10 goals here in the Pro Hockey League as she extends the lead 3-0 here for the Reservoir Dogs.
A great piece of playmaking there by the young lady. She's managed to undress the D straight through Stringer's legs with a cheeky little piece of puck work. And then there was a goalie with a hapless to the high shot over the shoulder. Beautiful play there indeed by the Dogs and Danielle Butler. She's showing why she is such a highly rated player.
She makes it look easy, doesn't she, fellas? So that puts her up to 12 points now in the league. And just to put that into perspective, the next highest is her teammate, Sharna Godfrey, with 5.
Yeah, it's a commanding performance in this league. She's doing extraordinarily well. She did score in the last time these two teams played. She scored 5 points, including 4 goals.
So 3-0 lead here. The Inferno are hoping to ignite their game. And it's Narelle Owen there who has it. A little tumble there. Parrington into Yates there, but they both are all smiles. So nothing malicious in that one, but Yates looks a little sore.
Yeah, it's very slow to get back to her feet. It looks like she's going to shake it off. No, she's going over for a change and just favouring a leg there. We'll see if she comes back on the ice fresh in a little while. But it was a big hit.
And here's Parrington, the one that hit her, and she trips and falls down again. So a battle here just in front of the scorekeeper there. And Poulin sends that in on net, and Janelle Carson will be forced to cover up as Britt Mendham was on the doorstep.
The Dogs taking the opportunity just there to put the puck in on the net and force the goalie to freeze it. Give themselves a little bit of time to reorganise. Get their lines back out on the rink the way they'd like to, and the Inferno as well. They're not required to stay on. That wasn't an icing, so they can get a change and line up with fresh legs. See how this one pans out.
Face-off won by the Inferno. They can't get it out, though. That's kept in, and it falls to Briar Johnson. Inferno will get it, though, and she'll trip it over there for Troon, but Paige Crammon for the Dogs gets there first. An interception there by Bedell, but it's collected here by Johnson. She's taking it onto the backhand. She's got the point open only momentarily, but gets into the slot. A shot by Fitzpatrick, but what a save there by Carson as she leapt across the net to hit that with her blocker.
It could be the save that keeps the Inferno in the game. There was a lot of wide open net, but Carson closed it very nicely indeed.
Paige Cameron did a nice job there on Dutton, but her teammate collects it, and Dutton now will go cross ice looking for Troon. First back will be Marion, though, as Troon chases her. It bounces off her stick, collected there by Cameron as she chips it off the wall. Cameron over to Johnson. It's 2-on-2. Mahoney watching the young Canadian. She strips her of the puck. Mahoney now will turn on the Jets, just stop to evade the stick check there of Cameron, and now she'll go the other way. She's looking for space. She's got a couple Dogs, and she tries to weave her way through, but a stick check there by the defender. Fitzpatrick able to block the Inferno attack.
Inferno's changes too. They're just a little bit messy. Troon came off the ice, and there was some confusion on the bench as to who was replacing her. It took her a while for them to get Cashin on position. So they've got to tidy up those changes, keep even strength on the ice as best they can, the Inferno.
So puck sent down the other way. It's Mahoney now with it, trying to keep that away. Still has it, chips it in front, but unfortunately not able to be put into the back of the net there by Rama. Cashin has it here on the neutral zone, though. Just chips that around Yates. Poulin, though, will get there first and just bounce that up to Baker. Baker will go the other way. She's got Butler and Cochran. She'll rim it around for Cochran. Butler will go to the corner there and support. She evades the check there and just chips that back there for Cochran on the half wall, who'll send that down to Baker. A great little cycle going, and nearly finding Cochran in the net was Baker. And the Dogs forced to continue the cycle back through the defense.
It was Lucy Parrington doing a great job there on Cochran just to break up her timing and take the shot away from her.
Butler takes a shot. It hits a leg. She's got it now behind the net. Looks to find Cochran in front, but that goes off the stick of an Inferno player. Butler falls. The puck's in the feet there as the Inferno send that back there for Dutton as she looks to clear that out and is able to get that past Yates. But Marnie Poulin will collect in her own zone.
Good news too, Gossie Yates looking uninjured by that previous collision she had earlier. She's looking fine.
Yeah, the Inferno desperate for a change. They did get their change, and the Dogs ice it with an errant pass. And we'll have a face-off here to the left or right, depending on the center.
Just over 7.5 minutes to go in the second. We have a score of 3 goals to the Reservoir Dogs, none to the Inferno. 2 goals to Daniel Butler, 1 to Simone Leach. 15 shots to the Dogs, 5 to the Inferno so far.
It's been a while too since Jade Ranatunga has seen a shot, so she'd be a little cold. Inferno would be best to get a chance here. They score! It's the commentator's curse. Lucy Parrington puts the puck past Jade Ranatunga, and we've got a hockey game as we ignite the scoring here for the Inferno.
Parrington just left unmarked there in front of the net. You'll see her on the replay. She's got perfect positioning. Hopefully we'll see it on the replay anyway. Perfect position in front of the net. And just a stick down on the ice and just taps it in over and Ranatunga. Not much you could do about that one. It was a good shot in close. And you need reflexes way faster than a human has to stop those ones.
Yeah, here we are. So as you can see, Parrington just perfect. Had all the time in the space just to corral that and was able to find the perfect shot past Ranatunga. As the Dogs now only have a 2-goal lead as the Inferno have clawed one back. The goal scorer, Parrington, has it. She sends that in for Kelly. Kelly, stick check there by the much larger Godfrey. And the Dogs will get it out of the zone.
Can he get an offside here?
Penalty.
Oh, a penalty? The first one of the game. We haven't had one yet so far. It's been quite clean, relatively speaking. Dogs have stayed out of the box, which is good for them. It's one of the reasons why they've dominated so much is they haven't been giving away numerical advantage. But now it's the Inferno who will be sitting it out. And that is Poppy Kelly doing 2 minutes.
I know she's just been sent to the box, but she's been putting in a great effort this period. That assist, that primary assist would have gone to her on that shot there.
Good job of setting up that goal and getting the pass across to Parrington. Absolutely.
Really great work. And she's making up for her lack of size in just pure guts.
100%. Lots of effort. I mean, even on that one, it was a tough call. I don't know exactly what the end up call was. I think it might have been a hook. But great second and third effort by Kelly on Godfrey there. But the Dogs have a chance to get back that 3-goal lead now. And no surprise, they've got their superstars out there. Godfrey joining Cochran and Butler. Gallagher, though, chips that back behind the net. Dutton will get it and rim it out, but Gallagher will be able to keep it in. Danielle Butler walks out into the high slot. Just loses it momentarily, but gets it back into the middle of her stick. Looks for the pass across in front to Godfrey, and she scores! Power play goal with the one-timer after a beautiful assist by Danielle Butler, and the Dogs have regained their 3-goal lead.
Yeah, it's a commanding performance. You can't give them that advantage and just let them skate around with it with the puck. You don't have a lot of choice when you're in the penalty kill situation. You've only got the forward to own that space in front of the net, and the Dogs did a great job of not doing anything terribly fancy. It was a pretty simple play in the end. Quite often they get caught with trying to overdo it with that numbers up, but keep it simple, keep the shots in the net, and get loose player and get the puck to them, and in she goes.
So Godfrey scores the power play goal as she adds to her assist earlier in the game, now up to 2 points, and no surprise, 4 goals for the Dogs, 3 points for Danielle Butler as she's always across the scoreline. Here's Pullen, though, sends it on, and that bounces off the pad there of Carson. Another rebound there by Fitzpatrick, and Carson covers up for a face-off.
That earlier penalty on Poppy Kelly was for interference. I'm not quite sure how someone that size could interfere, but you think she kind of blow out of the way. But all the same, Godfrey with that last goal from Butler on the power play, and that gives Butler so far 3 points for the night.
So the shots, 17-6, and much like the last time these two teams played, it's the first period barrage of the Dogs that have kept this lead, as the Inferno have looked a lot better in this second period. Here's Hasta Affenfeld. She hits into the boards there,
Penalty
and it looks
upcoming.
like the Dogs will be getting a penalty now, and it will be Briar Johnson, I believe, that will be going for contact.
Just to make things even more exciting, just as the Inferno are trying to get the 6-player advantage, you can pull your goalie when the opposition is on a penalty and it's a delayed penalty. And unfortunately, Janelle Garson skated over the gate, then proceeded to lose her footing and fall on her backside. So a little bit of levity for the game, but now the Dogs with their first penalty of the night, so they will have to do the power kill. Can they keep the Inferno out?
I can tell you what, guys, goalie equipment is not designed for speed. It is not very easy to skate full tilt across the ice, so I don't blame her.
You'll always hear excuses from goalies.
So here we are, won by the Dogs, but kept into the point by Blondin. She sends it. There's a deflection in front now, and Cashin was looking to cash in on the back, but a nice pinch there from Dutton blocked a sure goal-scoring opportunity from Danielle Butler going the other way, but she will get it now from Cochran. She's 1-on-4, but that won't bother her. She'll take that across. Nice stick there by Blondin. Butler will take it behind the net and kill off some more valuable seconds here on the power play. Butler still with it. Corrals the puck. She has all the time in the world. She knows the clock's her friend, but it's intercepted there by the Inferno. Butler scores! Short-handed Danielle Butler, like a dog on a bone, wouldn't give up that puck, and she puts it in the back of the net for her third goal hat trick.
It's a hattie for Danielle, and 4 points for the night so far. Almost as dominant so far as her game last time these two teams met, where she got 4 goals and 5 points. She's now up to 3 and 4 with about a minute and a half to go in the second.
There is not much more of a individual effort than you'll see there. She collected the puck from Cochran here on her own blue line, took it in and just played keep away from the Inferno for 30 seconds before deciding it was time to score and put the puck in the back of the net.
We've got a hand up now for another penalty by the look of it. Yep.
So it will be another penalty there to the Dogs once they touch up. Carson now gets to the net. The puck comes out in front. Oh, and it almost goes in there. But the Inferno come close. But the toe of Jade Aranatunga was able to make the save.
And for this last minute of this second period, we're going to have a 5-on-3 for the Inferno. Can they get another goal back? They desperately need it with a 5-1 4-goal deficit. They will probably get about 30 seconds of this period by the way it's looking. And we're going to run out of power play. So it'll be 4-on-5 because the initial power play now has expired. And now it'll just be a 5-on-4.
From the puck drop.
As soon as the puck is dropped, the Dogs will be straight back
Briar
out.
Johnson's out of the net, and here's the puck. Winding, gets it back to Dutton. Dutton walks in, takes a shot, saved by Ranatunga. Pull in, chips it around, kept in again by Dutton. She looks to send that deep, but no one was on the half wall, and the Dogs were able to collect it, and Marnie Pullen will chip that out.
A cheeky little bouncy pass by Pullen to clear the zone. And they've got the puck deep in attack now, the Dogs, with that 15 seconds to play in this period.
Intercepted there by Godfrey, but she runs into her own player there. Godfrey, though, trips around on her knees, still able to get the puck, but it's Parrington now with it. 2 seconds left, and she does the smart thing and just chips that over to Dutton, and we will conclude the second period with a dominant play by Danielle Butler. 3 goals and 1 assist, 1 shorthanded, as the Dogs have now scored on all special teams. Power play goal, shorthanded goal, and they lead 5-1.
So we haven't quite got a Gordie Howe hat trick. We haven't had a fight yet. But the score now, 1 goal to the Inferno in that second. And it was a great effort there by Lucy Parrington from Poppy Kelly. Lucy got some space in front of the net and managed to convert it into a goal. And but otherwise, it's been all Dogs. Butler and Leach in the first. Butler again in the second. Then Godfrey bring the lead back up to a 3-goal. And then Butler again unassisted on the shorthanded goal with just over 2 minutes. Shots on the net in that period was 4 goals to the Inferno to 9 to the Dogs. We're just about to get figures picking up an interview. And it looks like, I'm not sure who he's got at the moment. He might have Parrington there. Scorer. Just waiting for that to get underway. But in the meantime, We've had three penalties, in that period, and the Dogs will be starting the third on a penalty kill. Tara Baker will be sitting out the remainder of her penalty for slashing. Bri Johnson earlier got 2 minutes for a body check, and prior to that, Poppy Kelly got 2 minutes for interference.
So we'll cut over to figures, who has Lucy Parrington, the goal scorer for today. She scored her first goal for the Pro Hockey League tonight as her team trails 5-1 to the Dogs. Over to you, figures.
Thanks very much, Anton. That's right, I've got Lucy Parrington here. Obviously, it's not the result that you want going into the final period, but getting your first goal in this league, really quick goal. How did it feel getting it one on the board and getting that off your back?
Yeah, always feels good to get that first one out of the way. So, yeah, pretty stoked to get one on the board. Hopefully I can influence the rest of the players on my team to, put one on the board themselves.
Well, you've certainly been leading by example. Lots of hustle around the boards, lots of hard play on the puck. Has that been something that you've really wanted to come into tonight's game with?
Yeah, look, I think we're down a couple of players, and so the main aim from everyone tonight is just make sure we play well defensively, try our best to shut down the opposing players. There's clearly some good goal scorers on the Dogs team, so we got our work cut out for us, and yeah, we're just trying to keep up the spirits and keep the work effort up.
Awesome. Well, I won't hold you up anymore. Good luck for the third period.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you very much, Figures.
Thanks back to you, Anton.
Thanks, Figures, for that chat with Lucy. The Inferno now have the advantage of a nice long break. The ice gets a cut between the two periods. They get a chance to get themselves composed and have a bit of a chat about what can they do about that amazing attack being presented by the Dogs, led by Danielle Butler, who has been almost an unstoppable force. Can they do something about it in the third? Can they get a couple of early goals and get themselves back in this game? Of course, we hope they can. They're capable of it. But at the moment, Gossie, I've got to say, I think the flow is certainly to the Dogs at the moment. We will be back with you in about 10 minutes for the third period.
My name is Kendall Coyne Schofield. I am from Palos Heights, Illinois. I played my college hockey at Northeastern University, and I'm currently on Team Adidas with the PWHPA. The PWHPA is the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association, and back in May of 2019, a group of players got together to form the Players Association with the mission to change the landscape of women's hockey forever. I hope to see a more consistent product on the ice so that when you turn on your TV during hockey season, you don't just see the NHL, you see women's hockey just as consistently as you see men's hockey. Once we start seeing that, I think we'll really see the true growth that the game has already exceeded, I think, without the infrastructure that it deserves. I remember the first time I saw a women's hockey game was when I was 10 years old, and the Olympic team came through the United Center in Chicago to play Team Canada before the 2002 Olympic Games, and I was just a bug on the glass. And then from there, the next game that I saw was with the women's national team was the one I played in, just to show you the gap of how hard it is to find and see women in hockey. To be it when you can't see it, that's such a strong purpose and mission of the PWHPA. We know how important that visibility is to the next generation, so that when these young girls grow up, they know that there's a place for them to be in this sport professionally and make a living doing it.
Confidence.
Where does it come from?
Why do some have it more than others?
How can young players find it?
How can beer leaguers get more of it?
How can pros keep it?
It comes from being 100% comfortable with your gear.
Because it's only when your gear feels just right.
Do you have the extra confidence to go all out and play to your fullest potential?
CCM knows that when you feel your best,
you play your best.
That's why they design, engineer, and test
the smallest details to feel just right.
So when you lace up your skates,
put on your helmet, flex your stick,
or put on your pads,
you might not know why it feels right.
and that's okay. Just know that CCM does.
And they got the art down to a science.
So now everyone can feel more comfortable wearing CCM gear
And feel more confident in taking their performance to the next level.
When you feel your best,
You play your best.
Because when things feel just right,
who knows where your best will take you.
This game is our canvas.
Our choice, our freedom.
It's my way.
And mine.
And mine.
And mine.
It's the only way.
the ice doesn't discriminate.
It doesn't see color or gender.
All it sees is 60 minutes of pure effort.
A pure fun.
On the ice, we might be enemies, but in the end, we're all allies.
This game's for everyone.
No matter who you are,
No matter where we're from, we're all ready to hit the ice.
Well, welcome back to the IceHQ Ice Rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia for the IceHQ Pro League Round 6. Clash between the Reservoir Dogs and the Mode Inferno. We are about to start the third period. Bringing you up to date on the score. It is currently 5 goals to the Reservoir Dogs to 1 to the Inferno. That 1 goal by the Inferno scored by Lucy Parrington assisted by Poppy Kelly, and it was the goal they desperately needed, because prior to that, it had been all the dog show. We had Danielle Butler scoring first in the first period, and then Simone Leach with a nice goal from the slot position, and then Butler again from Baker. Parrington scored for the Inferno, and then Godfrey from Butler again for the Dogs, and then Butler again unassisted and short-handed. So she's having another superb night, Danielle Butler. Last time these two teams played, she scored 5 points, 4 goals and an assist, and at the moment she's 3 goals and 4 points, all with the 1 assist. So can she top her record from next week? Gossie, what do you think?
Well, to put into perspective the dominance of Butler so far this season, she has 4 points tonight, and the leading scorer of the leagues, if you go in the points, that isn't a dog, is Christina Julian with 4 points. So Butler, same points as the leading scorer here for the Inferno. But the Dogs will be undermanned here to start the period as the Inferno are on the power plays. They will be desperate to claw one back here.
They have just had that long break, the ice cut and fresh ice. Let's see if they can capitalise on that with this 1 minute left of power play for them.
So here's Mahoney. She's got the puck. She'll bring it out in front of the slot. Takes a shot. That deflects off the glove there of Ranatunga, but collected there by Meisner in the corner. Puck goes in front. Puck's loose. It's loose again. A poke there, and the puck's in the back of the net. It's Yo-Yo Meisner with the power play goal as the Inferno do claw one back here on the power play to make it 5-2.
That's what they needed. Yo-Yo showing us exactly why she's about to head off over to Ontario, I believe it was, Gossie.
Yeah, Yo-Yo Meisner will be heading over to the Ontario Hockey Academy in the land of ice and snow over in Canada. So here we are. That's just the start that the Inferno would have wanted here early in the third period, as now they're only facing a deficit of 3 goals with the score 5-2. Mahoney, who was all over the puck there on that power play as well, as she'll collect an assist, has the puck, but it's the superstar Danielle Butler, 4 points already, 3 goals. She goes down the other way with speed, winds, takes a shot, and that one just goes wide. She'll collect the rebound, though, sits it in front. It's in the slot. Baker was looking to get it on the backhand, but Mahoney was able to clean up that in the slot area.
Leach was just floating there, too, in the slot, looking for that tap-in, but couldn't quite collect it.
Bronwyn Cash in there, not able to get it past Niamh Gallagher. She keeps it in again and chips that down into the corner for Butler to give chase. Mahoney collects it, though. She's got on the forehand. Nice little move to try to get around Baker, but Baker was wiser, smarter, and able to get the puck. Dutton goes cross ice over to Mahoney, and you can see the Inferno's offense all through the youngsters' stick right now. Back behind the net there, it's Meisner who collects it. She was looking to get it back to the point, but a weak pass allowed Fitzpatrick to get the puck out. Blondin chips it up only as far as Fitzpatrick, nearly offside, but kept on. Paige Cameron has it, looks to center the puck, and it goes back there to Yates.
There's no one home in the high slot position there for the Dogs, uncharacteristically.
So Paige Cameron now being watched by Blondin. She's got on the point. Blondin's going to separate the space for the puck, and Lucy Parrington, goal scorer of the Inferno, has the puck. Sends a stretch pass there for Norelle Owen as icing waved off as she was able to get a stick on it. Pulling.
She found Owen's stick. Just Owen didn't quite have enough speed to capitalize on it.
Puck now pinned on the point, kept in there, shot through by Assendelf. It's Norelle Owen with it, looking to wind to get a shot, but a great stick there by Yates, and it's now Briar Johnson not able to get it out. Lucy Parrington turns to go the other way. She's got it on the backhand, looks to center it, and just missed there by Poppy Kelly, who was sitting on the doorstep. Dogs now looking to get it out, but a great pinch there by Owen. But Yates eventually will find the young Briar Johnson. She's one-on-one on Blondin. Briar Johnson gets stick checked, but she'll collect the loose puck. She looks to center it again, but finds the skate of Blondin as the puck battles there in the corner in front of a couple Ducks legends, Byron Tashuma and Corey Stringer there behind the net. Here come the Inferno the other way in the offensive zone, though. It's down in the corner, but she's all alone. Still with the puck, gets it in front and misses everyone and goes into the corner for Gwen Troon to collect. Fitzpatrick for the Dogs has it. She'll only get it back to the point, though, but a great pinch there, and it's Paige Cameron now the other way, but just a little bit too mustard on that touch allowed the Inferno to clear that opportunity. Briar Johnson out-muscles Shelley Clarkson there in a battle between a veteran and a youngster, but Dutton not able to find the right color stick. Here comes Britt Mendham. She's 1-on-2, just loses the puck momentarily, but probably for the best as it allowed Niamh Gallagher to jump into the zone, but the young Mahoney, who's having a superstar of a game here for the Inferno, collects the puck.
Nice piece of time play there by the Dogs just to get that change, holding the puck in the corner while they change lines. They've got fresh legs out now.
Britt Mendham has it. She's out there with Godfrey and Cochran. It's Godfrey with it now behind the net. She walks out, has it on the dot, brings it to the slot, sends it across to Cochran, who just mishandles it and gets it into the corner. They'll start the cycle, though.
Godfrey was in a great position there to take the shot, and she elected for the pass instead. Can't think she should have shot that one.
So here's Mendham, nice little stick handle, takes a shot, and that one just goes wide there. As there's a goalie change as well here now as Liv Gargano has started the third period. It's Cochran in front, and she scores! Steph Cochran, a captain's goal, gets the goal on the backhand as she puts one past Gargano and proves it doesn't matter which goaltender's in the net. The Dogs are still going to score.
They're still looking for that twine and finding it. That'll take it out to 6 goals to 2, a 4-goal lead with just under 13 minutes to play in the third. That one scored by
Steph Cochran.
Steph Cochran with a beautiful play. We'll pick up on who had the who had the assist in just a moment.
So face off here, it's Danielle Butler up against Lucy Parrington. Butler wins that cleanly back there for pulling, and she chips that forward. It's Stringer, though, who gets stripped by Butler. Butler looking for her 5th point, not able to get it past Asendorf. And it's now Butler again in the corner being watched by Stringer. Butler twisting and turning, still with it. Sends it back to the point there for Yates. Yates is going to just rim it around back behind the net and allow Leach to collect. Leach looks to center it. It comes out to Butler as she tried to kick it up with her skate to her stick. But the Inferno now will come out with Parrington. It's Parrington here on the right. She's got Narelle Owen going to the net. But that shot deflects off the stick of Yates and goes into the corner.
And that earlier goal by Cochran was Mendham and Shana Godfrey getting on with the assists.
So puck's behind the net there. The Dogs just maintaining possession. It's Butler now who looks to go cross ice over to Leach. Puck just stops there in front of the Inferno bench. It hits the linesman, and we will have a face-off for offside, and we'll have a face-off just in front of the Inferno net.
We've just under 12 minutes to play in the third period. The score now 6 goals to the Dogs, 2 to the Inferno. Shots on the net so far in the third period. 3 to the Inferno and just 1 to the Dogs, but that one shot from the Dogs went in the net.
So Godfrey now up to 3 points tonight with that assist on the Cochran goal, just trailing her teammate Butler 1 point for the game lead.
You can always pay your compliments to Shana Godfrey anytime you come along here to the IceHQ rink. She's managing the CCM Pro Shop here at the moment.
So here's Briar Johnson in the corner. She's battling against Dutton. Dutton using her skate well just to keep it away from the Dogs as Cameron came in to support and Dutton wins out. She gets it up to Clarkson, who's just going to chip it back to Dutton, and she'll go in for a foray in the offensive zone. Wines takes a shot, looking for that pad to puck pass, but actually just got that one wide. A good pinch there, though, by Bedell as she's getting support there, and it comes out to Clarkson. She winds, takes the shot, hits Briar Johnson, and the puck's in some skates, and Fitzpatrick comes out with it. She chips it up there for Pullen, who goes for a skate. She turns on the Jets. She's one-on-one here on Dutton. Takes it around the net, looks, still has it, takes it to the slot, takes a shot. It goes off the pad. There, a Gargano, and it's underneath the goaltender, and it will be no goal as Liv Gargano stood tall and prevented that one from being shoved into the back of the net.
You might have a bit of a review on that one. It did look as if one of the Dogs players was celebrating a goal, so maybe they saw the puck cross the line, but if the referees didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Well, we'll see this on the CCM All-Out replay, and you know the rule. You always cheer, even if the puck doesn't go in. And
cross the line.
You can look. We'll go to Toronto. It's on the line right there. Great save, Gargano.
Well, what's the rule? Celebrate like you got the goal, even if you didn't?
Do you not play hockey? You
Yeah,
celebrate
that's
the
how I
goal,
do it.
even if the puck's on the other end of the night, other end of the ice. You still celebrate like it's a goal, right?
I think they'd be feeling a bit robbed, but it's not going to affect the scoreline terribly much at the moment. The score's still 6-2, so the Dogs with a commanding lead.
So puck here on the point. It's Blondin able to keep it in as Godfrey was challenging, and it's Steph Cochran keeping the puck away from 3 Inferno players, and as Mendham comes in for support, the officials seen enough, and they just blow the whistle, and we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone.
Yes, of course, you've got to feel a little bit sorry for the referees sometimes. Yeah, that puck was clearly over the line from the overhead camera, but they couldn't see that. There was a
well, look at it again. I don't know if you can say clearly.
Wait for it.
Whistle, whistle goes.
There.
Yeah, you have to have the whole puck over the line.
Yeah, it's over the line. But the referee couldn't see it. And if the referee can't see it, they can't call it a goal.
That's
it's really that simple.
I'd also like to say where the camera positioning is. It's optics. You know, it's on an angle coming forward. So,
beautiful shot in there from Godfrey.
Spoken like a true goaltender. So here's Godfrey. She's got Gallagher at the point, but a nice nifty move, but can't get it past Asendalf, who, as you said, Figures, is having one hell of a game on defense. The great Mahoney has the puck, and she takes a couple crossovers, gets some speed, and look at her fly. Nice little move. Comes shot. Scores. Save.
Score.
And the puck is underneath Jade Ranatunga, and it will be a no goal.
It was interesting there to see Nev Gallagher get beaten by that bit of play there. So we might get to see that one on the replay again if we haven't had it already. But
it was a really good save.
Very nice move. A contrast of speed against a very good defensive player.
And it's a goal. There we are. So it was the nifty hands of Mahoney that was able to go down the other way. And we're going to see the CCM all-out replay. And the puck is there under Ranatunga, but apparently across the line.
We can't go to the video review for the referees. They don't have the luxury of that technology. It's a shame that we can't do it, but it's the way it is at the moment.
Well, if you feel like the Dogs got robbed down on that end, I think they got a little unlucky down the other way, because it looked like to me that Jade Ranatunga had that underneath her, but apparently it crossed the line, and the Inferno have clawed one back after some great individual play by Court Mahoney.
So we're back. We have a 3-goal lead now. The Inferno 3, the Dogs 6 with 7 minutes to play.
Here's Leach, who has the puck there. Stolen there by Parrington. So as you said, a 6-3 game. It was Courtney Mahoney unassisted, going end-to-end with a nice move. Now it's Butler. Nice play there, right? Figures, very impressive. Was able to get that back. It's Baker now there. Lucy Parrington has it. She'll chip it around, and first to it will be Poppy Kelly. She's got Parrington going through the middle if she can find her, but a great job there by Pullen as she looks just to dump it in. Nice glove there by Dutton. She'll rip that up the wall over to Kelly, and she's got a little bit of space now, but nice pinch by Pullen, and you know she'll go down the other way. She's got Butler crashing the net. She'll go for the shot, but misses the net, and that'll allow Norel Owen to chase in on Yates. Yates has her head up. She'll look to go across. Stolen there by Kelly as she saw that telegraph.
Yates a little bit casual with that cross-ice pass, exposing a good opportunity there for the Inferno.
Puck rimmed around, and it's none other than Danielle Butler that picks it up. She's on her off wing, takes it to the backhand, look to get it across, but a slash will give the Dogs a power play. A delayed penalty here. Ranatunga goes to the bench. Danielle Butler stick handling in a phone booth over there. Drops it over to Baker, who makes a nice move. She looks to center it, and still with it is Baker. So we're having some added time to the power play. Comes to Butler. Butler with a shot, and that one just goes wide. Mendham runs into the official Cien Pierre there, and look at the hand-eye coordination of Pullen, who just batted that one out of the air for a nice, easy pickup for the linesman.
It almost looked like she was playing lacrosse with that lovely little pick-off. This will give the Dogs an opportunity to take that lead back out to 4 goals. It was interesting to see whenever the Inferno scores a goal, we get a bit of a counter-attack almost straight away there by Danielle Butler, who comes back on with speed as if she's like, you know what, you can score 1 goal, we're going to get it straight back.
Well, the Dogs are 1 for 1, and if you remember, it didn't take them long to score on their last power play chance as they come out with the big line here of Cochran, Godfrey, and Mendham. But it's Court Mahoney with the last individual effort on that great goal going the other way, looking to get it shorthanded.
We just had Christine Dutton go to the box, and she looked to us and shook her head and wasn't too happy about it.
And Mendham shoots, and that one just goes wide. Blondin has the puck now. She's got plenty of time. Able to get that all the way down the ice and just past the net of Ranatunga there.
To make the chance call there that Ranatunga could have kind of come out and got that puck and brought it back up. We're not running stop time, so you do want to keep that puck moving when you've got that power play. You don't want to.
Mahoney collects it though, short-handed, takes it behind the net, looks for the wraparound, takes a shot, but a save by Ranatunga. Court Mahoney evades the check there of Cochran, gets it back to Asendalf, who dumps that behind the net to kill a few more seconds off on this power play. It's Nelson there battling against Cashin, Mahoney now, and Gallagher. Mendham rims it up over to Cochran, takes it on the backhand. She's got time and space and looks for that stretch pass. Nice stick there by Cashin, evaded that pass and just knocked it out of the way of Godfrey, which allowed the Inferno to get that deep again.
Godfrey was looking for that stretch pass cross ice. It just didn't quite connect that time.
And here she is coming through the middle of the ice, takes it on the forehand, winds, takes a shot, saved by Gargano. Pass there going all the way across, and it's going to be Yo-Yo Meisner going for a skate in on Yates. Yates goes, curls, rims it back over to her teammate, just misses her, but the Dogs will collect it on the half wall.
Oh, here we go.
Nice pinch, though, and it's the Inferno able to keep it in. It's Poulin, battling, and Poulin comes out and goes cross ice over there for Fitzpatrick. And Dutton will be joining back now. So Inferno able to kill that penalty and save a little bit of hope that they can get something out of this game, trailing by 3 with 3 minutes remaining. Poulin out on the point. Dutton out of the box, wins it. She's able to get it away from Poulin and gives her a little bit of a slash as she skates by. She's lucky not to spend another 2 minutes there in the box.
It was a bit borderline, but again, the referee doesn't see it. It didn't happen. Just under 3 minutes now to play. 3-goal lead to the Dogs.
And a nice
in this third period.
Pinch by Asanov. She goes to give it into the corner. No one there, though, so Yates will be able to collect it and just rim it around over to her teammate in Briar Johnson. Johnson reverses it. Troon will look to get there first, but it will be Fitzpatrick. Nice pinch by Shelley Clarkson, though, off the bench. Looks to take a shot, but just sends that one over across into the corner. Briar Johnson rims it up, not able to get it in, and it's Stringer now, has the puck. She goes across, finds Parrington, but it bounces off her stick, and here comes Marnie Poulin. Winds, shot, save Gargano! And Stringer collects the rebound and clears it out.
Dogs not with anyone crashing the net to take advantage of that puck rebound that was a nice, juicy one just sitting in front of the net, but they didn't have anyone there. They'd all gone a little bit overcommitted, and the Inferno find themselves offside with just 2 minutes now to play. We won't be having stop time in this last 3 minutes of the game because the goal differential is too great. The clock will continue to tick. So for the Dogs, that's good, unless they are point hungry. The Inferno taking their time. The clock's not on their favour. So if they did want to be a chance, they can't afford to run down this extra 10 seconds.
Oh, everyone loves a good Cotton Eye Joe.
They do.
So here we are late in the game. It's a 6-3 lead here for the league-leading Dogs. It's Dutton for the Inferno with the puck. Sends it up. A chip by Cashin gives it to Mahoney. It's a 2-on-1. Court Mahoney over across there for Bedell, but not able to corral it. And that eliminates that scoring opportunity. And out the other way, it's Baker. She's got Butler crashing the net. Baker with a shot, but a great save there by Gargano. Puck comes out, poke check by Gargano. Yates with a shot, another save by Gargano as she gets that nice rebound save there on Baker. Puck kept in, it finds Butler. Butler winds, little toe drag, but can't get it past the big Dutton. Big defensive play there by the Inferno defender who's logged a ton of minutes here in this game. 45 seconds remaining, so it's all academic. We're playing for pride. And here we are. It's a 3-on-1. Butler with it. She's got Leach. Finds Baker. Baker scores! And just like that, the Dogs got 7 as Tara Baker puts it in the back of the net after a great feed by Danielle Butler. And there we have it, 5 points as Danielle Butler matches her 5-point effort. Last time she played the Inferno, you'd say she's probably the only one that catches fire when these two teams play.
Yeah, this last face-off's not going to happen. We've only got the 2 other 1 seconds to go, and the Dogs just ambling up to the line. Godfrey with a little bit of professionalism there, not in a hurry to make it happen. She says hi to Lucy Parrington, and that winds up this clash between the Inferno and the Reservoir Dogs. The score in the end, 7 goals to the Dogs, 3 to the Inferno. So they maintain the winning margin that they had the last 2 times these teams played, where it was 6-2, this time 7-3. So the Inferno able to put in 1 more goal, but so too the Dogs. And it was Butler again doing the damage for the Dogs. Every time the Inferno came up with a goal, Butler came out and put them back and snuffed out the fire. And just turbocharged everything she could. That's for you, Turbo. So in terms of the period, The result has made things a little bit interesting now. It's now impossible for the Inferno to knock the Dogs off top of the ladder. The maximum number of maximum win percentage, and maximum points that the Inferno could get now is 6, and the minimum points that the Dogs could get is 8. So that guarantees the Dogs first or second place on the ladder. The Inferno can still make second, but they can't get the top of the ladder anymore, and the Dogs now guaranteed of finishing in the finals. Doesn't guarantee they'll finish top of the ladder, but they are definitely will be playing the finals. So
great, great game. I mean, we saw the firepower that we're used to seeing from the Dogs, but I'd like to give a little bright, shining light there of Court Mahoney, who's really starting to show herself in this league after being picked up in the midseason draft by the Inferno. Will anyone be able to stop the Dogs? The only way to find out is to keep coming out on Friday nights.
Well, that's true, Gossie, but I think if you look at it, the Dogs have had a couple of players who have been most dominant on the scoreboard, and of course one of them, Danielle Butler, and we've seen just how incredibly dominant she is. She really is a level above. But the Inferno were short tonight, and they had a couple of their key players missing, and that does make a big difference. Not the least, of course, their captain not being here this evening either, and that would have been a great steadying hand in their defence, and quite possibly could have made a huge difference. Georgia Carson had been here, it would have put a lot more strength in the Inferno's defence, and I'm sure it would have made a big difference.
Well,
She's one of the great champions of women's hockey in Australia.
With the league being 3 teams, only 2 make it to the grand final, and it looks like next week it's the battle of the honor to play the Dogs, it seems like so far in this season, as the Inferno and the Snipers will go head-to-head at 7:40 here at IceHQ.
Certainly. Well, we're about to have an interview with, it looks like, we might
Marty
have
Pullen.
Marty Pullen there, and Sean Figures will be having a chat in just a moment. So we'll just get that underway as soon as they get themselves organised.
Marty had a hell of a game from defense. There was plenty of rushes that she was going, so much speed. I think she rang one off the post, all so close to getting a goal. I can't wait to hear what Figures has to say with the superstar from the Dogs.
Thanks very much, gents. That's right. I'm here with Marty Pullen. Great game, really well played, 7-3. You rang one off the post. How did it feel playing against that, really strong team in that third period?
I mean, it was pretty good. Hockey's good to play, so, it was good hockey. We got up pretty quick, but, I'm pretty happy that they, hats off to Janelle, but their second goalie really held them in there that third period, and she's young, so big hats off to her. So.
And we're starting to see a lot of action from the defence, yourself included. Rang one off the post. What was going through your mind when you were making that breakout?
Well, I don't know really. I used to play forward, but I don't know. My dad always tells me to go backhand. I like my backhand, so I went backhand and just prayed for the best, and it was open, so just hit the post, unfortunately.
All right, I got a question for you, not hockey related. Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Mission Impossible. You get to choose one movie to go see. Which one is it going to be?
I haven't seen any of them. I only know Mission Impossible, but I guess Mission Impossible.
They're good movies.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for your time. Enjoy the celebration.
Shout out to my mum and dad. They're in Perth, and I love you and I miss you.
Thanks very much, Marnie. Back to you guys back in the room.
Thank you, Figures, and thank you very much, Marnie, for that brief chat. Just to bring you up to speed as we wind up this game, Danielle Butler, the outstanding player once again with 3 goals and I think 2 assists as well for 5 points to match the number of points she got when these 2 teams played last. She scored the first one, Simone Leach got the second one, and then Butler got the third. Parrington brought one back for the Inferno in the second to put them on the board and give them a little bit of a sniff of a chance. But honestly, throughout pretty much the entire game, it did look like the Dogs were dominant. They were quicker, they were winning the individual battles. Their big players were fast and their fast players were big, whereas the Inferno, just a couple of key players missing, and the little players were being beaten for strength and the big players were being beaten for speed, and that's something that I think the Dogs did a particularly good job in the draft of picking really good players. It was a level field at the start with the draft, but the Inferno just weren't there this evening, and we saw that with the score. Moyo Meister did get one on. Gossie, you were saying? Sorry?
No. Yeah, she got one on. Yeah. Really great place on the doorstep, able to put that one back, just showing, as you mentioned on the stream, how good it was for her to be able to get over to Ontario. She's only going to get better going over there and learning from some great coaches over in Canada.
Well, technically, she's a beautiful player to watch too. She's always got a stick on the ice. She's always watching the play. She's very rarely out of position, and she's got great speed. She's just little. So when she grows and gets a bit bigger and stronger, she'll be a real threat because you need that strength as well. You can see when you're up against someone like, for example, B. Dufour, who's just going to push you out of the way. You need that strength to match people who have the speed. And that's just a bit of time in the gym and a bit more getting bigger. But we did see Steph Cochran get one for the for the Dogs as well. And she was assisted by Godfrey. Godfrey had a great night. I think she ended up with 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, she ended up with the 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists with the power play goal. But Yo-Yo Meisner will be back on again next Friday with the Inferno, playing against the Snipers. It's also the night that Oppenheimer and Barbie are also launching on the big Friday night. I don't know about you, Carl. I think you're probably more Oppenheimer guy. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling in Barbie. According to Ryan Gosling, best script he's ever written. So I'll probably be doing that on the Saturday night because we'll be here. We'll be here on Friday for the Inferno and the Snipers.
I'm playing hockey on Saturday night. But anyway, so we did see a couple of penalties for the Dogs, but just the 2 this time as opposed to the 6 they got the last time these 2 played. And it was Johnson for checking and Tara Baker for a slash. And that pretty much winds us up. So we're actually even for I'll get it out in a minute for penalties. So that winds it up for this evening. The Inferno with just the 12 shots on the net for their 3 goals. The Dogs 28 shots for their 7 goals. And Gagano and Carson in goals for the Inferno making that changeover. And Ranatunga had a pretty good night for the goal. So next week, as we pointed out, the Inferno played the Snipers. Last time it went to the wire with the Inferno putting a torch to the Snipers to take it 4 goals to 3. Can the Inferno bring the heat next week, or will the Snipers get the shots away clean and sniff out that fire? Round 7, Friday the 21st of July, 7:40 p.m. here at IceHQ. Bring it on.